Hey, how's it going? Just going to show you how to play Dream Brother by Jeff Buckley today. Just before we jump into it, I'll let you know that you can support me at Patreon. That's linked below, and that's the place to go if you'd like to get all my tabs for this song and all the other tunes I've made tutorials for. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I've put a Spotify playlist together that's got all the songs I've made tutorials for in it, so you can have a listen through that and see if you want to learn anything. Also, if you could like and subscribe, that would be a huge help. I'd really appreciate that. But anyway, now that's out of the way, let's jump into the lesson. Alright, so for this track, we've just got a few parts to go through. We're just in standard tuning, using a pick, and I've kind of done it just as one guitar part, even though there is two guitars in this track. I've sort of smooshed a couple of lead lines together. So in terms of sections to learn, we've got the verse, then we've got the chorus, then we've just got a short break, which is kind of like the verse, but just a bit of a variation. And then we've got the bridge at the end, and the rest is largely just repeats. So I'll go through section by section, give you an example of each part, and then I'll teach it to you. Alright, so we'll start with the verse, which you hear at the top of the track, and comes back quite a few times through the track. It goes like this. Alright, so we start 4th fret on the 2nd string, and we're just going to be jumping between 2nd and 3rd string here pretty much, and the 3rd string is going to be open for pretty much the whole time, every time we play it. So we just go 4, open 3rd string, then 4 to 3 on the 2nd string, and then we're just going to hold that there and go, which is open 3rd, so just plucking 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, so you get. Then we're going to go, which is 1st fret on the 2nd string, open 3rd string, and then all on the 2nd string, 1, open, 1, 3, and then open 3rd string, and 3rd fret on the 2nd string to finish off like the first quarter of this section. So the first little bit. Now the next quarter, the 2nd quarter, is exactly the same except for the very last note. So it just sounds like this. So all exactly the same, just switch the last note out for 1st fret on the 1st string. So the first two sections, so the first half of this section goes like this. So we're sort of finishing that section holding down 1st fret on the 1st string. We're going to keep that held down and reach out to the 2nd string, 4th fret. So you letting that ring out, and then we start. And it's largely the same as what we've learned again, just got this sort of different start. So holding down that 1st fret from before, then we go 4, open 3rd string, so 4 on the 2nd string, open 3rd string, and then still holding down that 1st fret on the 1st string, hit that, and then 3rd fret on the 2nd string, and then it's the same from here as what we've learnt before. So you're going. So yeah, just the same as before, just that slightly different start. And then we repeat what we just learnt, so the 3rd quarter. Except for the last two notes, which are just 1st fret on the 1st string and 3rd fret on the 1st string. And it's a good idea to sort of play both of those with your 1st finger, because that'll get you in position to start the repeat. So that's the whole verse. A few variations throughout the track, but that'll probably, get you through the bulk of the track for the verse. So I'll just play it through once more. 2, 3, 4. And so on. So that's the verse. Next section to learn is the chorus. And pretty straightforward, just got 3 chords to learn, and it just repeats. And it just sounds like this. Alright, so the first chord, just flattening our first finger over the 3rd fret on the top 3 strings, and we just strum this 8 times. The next chord, 5th fret on the 3rd string, 4th fret on the 2nd string, and 5th fret on the 1st string. Strum this 8 times. Now we're going to keep our 3rd and pinky fingers where they are and just move the note on the 2nd string back 1 fret. So now we've got 5 on the 3rd string, 3 on the 2nd, and 5 on the 1st. Strum this 8 times. And then we just hit the 1st chord again. So flattening our 1st finger over the top 3 strings in the 3rd fret and strum this 8 times. And then you just repeat this. And that's the chorus. Next section to learn is just sort of a bit of a short instrumental break. It's kind of like the verse in how it's just like picking individual notes similar to what we play through the verse, just a bit different, obviously. And this is kind of, it just repeats 6 times, and it's kind of before the bridge, which I'll show you in a sec, when he's kind of just doing his howling and his vocal acrobatics and everything. So it just sounds like this. So that was twice through the repeat. And yeah, so 6 times all up. So what it is, 4th fret on the 2nd string, open 3rd string, then 4 on the 1st string, 3 on the 2nd, open 3rd, so you get, then we've got, which is 1st fret on the 1st string, open 3rd, do that again. So far we've got and then from this open string, so we go just holding down 1st fret on the 1st string and 3rd fret on the 2nd string, holding them down and then plucking strings 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. And that's where you repeat. So yeah, repeat that 6 times, and that'll get you through to the bridge, which is the next section to learn. And the bridge sounds like this. So we start out with this. So we're just sort of like going, which is frets 1, 3, and 4 on the second string. Going to be holding 4 down and putting our finger on the 3rd fret, 1st string. So then we go open 3rd string, then pluck strings 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So you're going. That last note there is just 3rd fret on the 2nd string. And then we just do, which is just a big F chord. So we're going to be barring. You can bar all 6 strings, or you can just do the bottom 4 strings. So flatten your first finger out across the 1st fret, and then 3rd fret on the 5th and 4th strings, 2nd fret on the 3rd string. And just going to be doing 2 down strums of this. And then we've got which is this sort of suspended C chord. So 3rd fret on the 5th and 4th strings, open 3rd string, 1st fret on the 2nd string. Just do 1 strum of that. Then we've got a G. So 3rd fret on the 6th string, sort of muting the 5th string, open 4th and 3rd strings, and then 3rd fret on the 2nd string. So you're going from that. And you just sit on that for the rest until you get back to the. So the first little bit of this bridge. Then we get back to this section. So pretty much exactly the same as what we just learnt. Just the last note, instead of 3rd fret on the 2nd string, it's 5th fret on the 1st string. So it just sounds like this. Then exactly the same, everything's exactly the same as what we just learnt. Big F chord, then the same C, suspended C, and then the G. This is when the bass goes. So just with that thrown in. And then that's just 3, 5, 7 on the 6th string, then 5, 3, open, if you want to learn that. And then we go. Which is flattening our first finger, the 5th fret, top 4 strings, and then you can put your 3rd or your 4th finger down on the 7th fret, 1st string, and we're just strumming that. I think that was 12 times, and then we just do this. So 2nd fret, bend it up to the pitch of the 4th on the 3rd string, and then we've got so same chords as before. We've got the big F to our G. So the F's kind of in place of where that C was. You can play the C if you prefer. And then we've just got this. Just octaves here. So you're coming out of that F or C, and then the G. Then we go, which is just octaves. So 5th fret on the 6th string, 7th fret on the 4th, muting that 5th string in between. Hit that, slide it over 2 frets, so now we've got 7 and 9. And we're just sitting on this for quite a few up and down strums. So coming out of the earlier part. And then at the end you just go back down 2 frets to 5th fret on the 6th string and 7th fret on the 4th. And then we repeat that chord. So that flattening our first finger over the 5th fret top 4 strings, and then 3rd or 4th on the 7th fret 1st string. Sit on that, all down strums, till we get to, and this takes us back to the chorus. So that's just your F chord, then your C once, and then we just do the G once. That G kind of acts as the first chord of the last chorus. So it just sounds like. And so on. But that is the bridge. And yeah, few repeats, everything else is repeats, and just a few different notes if you want to pluck out through the verse. But that's the bulk of the tune, and yeah, we'll get you playing along with it in no time. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Hope you enjoy playing along with that one when you get it down. Another beautiful track from Jeff off Grace. Like I said at the top of the video, you can support me at Patreon, just like Eddie, Fliss, and Rennie have done. Big thanks to those guys and everyone else supporting me on Patreon. Really appreciate your support. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and check out that Spotify playlist I mentioned at the top of the video. But if you could like and subscribe, that'd be amazing. Helps me out a huge bunch. But that's it for this one. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.